Well, from the camp of the New Patriotic Party, a very fine communicator, fantastic by all standards. A New Patriotic Party. Oh, on Crawford, you have the men. Use them. Use them. Dennis Miracle Abuaje, once again, happy birthday to you. MPP, they have the men. But well, some of the men are more touchline. One of them is Honorable Daniel Nikwate Titus Global American. Honorable Mwakwaba. If you have a cordial, nobody has it. I hope some people near me.
Oh, Nyamiadom.
Right.
And in Kwan.
Right.
If I could was so na Mechia a tifu na shafunya no pay. And can come and Penya Kufado. Baby will be a Mechiano.
Right.
And in the Hokafo, Mechia, Dr. Baumia. His Excellency, BMW. Say weekend no, and now you're Nimame. A year crack.
Okay.
I can say, because Jano. Now, mention that me work for the form. Me, my cousin. Or free, I get the coffee chawi.
Okay.
What time? August last year. Na memory dano, and ye kata neche crack.
Okay.
And the Manyakwan cran, and Timanko Jali Yelu, it is under ban. Na ye wo workshop do work for India. Capital View.
Okay.
They call Thursday. Me free on Friday, 3 o'clock instead of 6 o'clock because of my uncle Yenu. And Mami Fakunya was so nameda
a workshop for all communicators of MPP, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And it was happening. Nomo Ajete Kwame, head of Ajete Kofichawe clan, Watema. Any Ebusia phoning in a better Masi, a better traditional council Swasi. Any Ubi biara baba ja ye no ekata me wo fa na chi no eno na ye de bibia eba na wiye enti ye dase mami brother penning chamade emeritus akwaba na edo bibia se ye dase
as well. Medasipi, Honorable Daniel Nikwate Titus Global now in Kano, one of the finest chairmen, the finest brain, astute politician in the NDC, a chairman emeritus, Joseph Adekoka. What's nasi? Chairman, me mwakwaba. Nyameti asi. Bibi aboko de. Ever looking young.
Come fanta na eketwi. Ento me come fanta. But what chinya if fanta ni ma. So fanta na ya na de twi abefre me. Enti jana ma me come fanta. Because one of them is idea. Come fanta.
Chairman of the fra.
Okatwi ya.
Yeah.
Wama musuma country.
Chairman emeritus.
When I was in a pay war,
sure,
and I would say here so.
Yeah.
Nemunia Titus.
Yeah.
Mano. Yako. No of us say. Wato baby.
Right.
Nemicha Ukrusu. So I pay was sorry if you or easy. Since here I don't pay them for them to cook.
Yeah.
Or quano do. Share coins in Mukutukum.
Chairman, there's two coins away.
Coins in Mukutukum. Yeah, no, when my black water.
I know that was global. There's coins in a view of money. Anyway, I was young Pacho joining on Facebook now. Post two comments are making Kayaman what join here so Mwakwaba Mpensenpensenmu say panelists at Nase. The emphasis I can say Macau Bell our milk. Chairman Emeritus Adekoka representing NDC. Honorable Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover representing MPP. First, way briefly, opening comments, me Pacho. Share Nigeria's election. Me assure say Honorable Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover one monitor.
Yeah,
so far, yeah.
Akwesi.
Ethiopia.
Yeah, me ba. Mesre. Chiremi anwono kan bi because
okay. Okay.
Me chiri free ho.
Okay.
Me papa.
Okay.
George Benjamin Adu Glover.
Okay.
On nana wo no. Every Jerokope.
Oh wow.
And the most difficult part is in say yam for man ko.
Oh okay.
But me mama okakasa no ba.
Wow. Oh mama take kasa no ba.
Ka anwo okapedo me.
Oh wow.
Me pacho ya fa me ko school.
No problem.
Because I love them.
Oh, much.
They are my own.
Yeah.
Me I do me do be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me I do be. Now they are quite why you be.
As an year with the
do be.
Madu.
Yeah.
Now me follow the briefly because me nyada because
yeah.
Akonyaba na dadie but we share social media. In the peak of your elections, you know, once Peter Obi, no, you're in roots, because M's of free APC, and now or form PDP, or free PDP,
no vice president,
for the last PDP rather, and now Odi a governor, our number states. Now, according to snipers of information, now me pick here no, Obonu modern pa. We are governor. Charlie, you carry a lot of power and authority in Nigeria. Now, at one time, was all do hono or chair board meeting be any announcement say ya funnel as chief executive, and there was so free baby. I know you meeting no rushing and in number for him to be sworn in. That swearing in that but there's a lot of things that he can do to change the narrative of a number of states. It be about budget or see security budget in one economy and yes, cars did the chia or juma yen rounds now they're then baby
yeah
into do baby no see Debbie and boy. Now when you're a car in a dear bar into this drastically yes savings kakra if you go. Now we share the message I know the nominal and comes a Dwaso pa. Mission rally be Lagos. Hey, depending. Now rally na kasa na okwa state no onyendu ho okwa market bi. Say or you stop over. Na nipa na egu ho no. The population of Lagos nkwa no echengana.
Yeah.
The population of Lagos state is almost close to the population of Ghana.
Yeah.
A super and you're holding a rally no and sana or called the main rally no. Now over the weekend, Chairman, one of the governors almost yet concurrently the presidential election, the governorship election, and some other one. Almost 3 elections at the go.
Senator.
The Senate, yeah.
And
governor in March.
Governor in March. But they are doing 2 or 3 elections at the go.
Senate. Presidential and the House of Representatives. Now, me will let it be on social media. Now, see, new opening the gonna current governor, if any bello. And a bello no alcohol excavators. The main road that leads in and out of city no. Ya two amara and let commission materials. Ya the bago to a bar e wono enya kwa manamba. Terrible.
A serious
and not a honungwa what to amara bebre. So the question is, why are you not allowing the EC to come into town with the electoral materials for people to decide who to lead them? Me one another video be so I'll be a called ballot box or the better to so and it's for titi tricks be a ballot box sabreno sa and it's for tricks sabreno because Nigeria then stakes anyway high stakes near so high now where would ballot box you will be no obi bowa and not pro what me will be so na ye tutu Chroma phone and Gazagazan, tutu or chromum, yet the tonu buff from there, my easy form. Hey, so how do you make this election free and fair? How do you make free and fair? wo ba ma kwa ma wako toba no kroma for no we ma kwan se memfa materials ni ma betoba so they are holding guns firing live bullets in the mind elections no aye bibi na menim say international observers na ekọ there is some limits that everybody can go, but the integrity of that election no e wo Nigeria for them. They have to determine their fate, who they want to lead them. But violence now, surround elections and Nigerian election basically thrives on ethnicity. We share north, Hausa for no Wosro, we share southeast, Igbo for no, then south, Yoruba for no, any what my chief Calabao.
Oh, really?
Yes. Wow. My grandfather. Eko tran Calabar. When we call a Calabar, what that is Glover Villa. It was the same new say. So clearly, no, Nigerian elections basically is on ethnicity. And when not no any sad back at the bomwa, a ma who campaign no across any more na there. But Tinubu any article. These are old politicians. Our more system watching.
Right.
Now, would here, I see Tinubu also do Lagos governor, no, also Yejuma pa. Yejuma papa. So, for now, me who said the idea is economy. And the Yama Kronosu is a very big country.
Okay. And
the collecting resource now, it's going to take quite some time. And then to board at the end. You ever bomb by said at the end of the day, the best candidate wins.
Right.
Now, Yamba number soon. Nigerian.
That's it. I say, Honorable Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover, not Tinekano, Chairman Emeritus, Maminti or Nigeria.
The whole weekend, no, my monitor elections, no. Na ehwe nyamo kodo first and foremost, no. Ehwe the demography of the electorate now.
Yeah.
About 60% are from the ages of 18 to 59. Ne in Kenya no.
No, what's true?
Middle age retirement, and we say the bulk of the electorate normally youth.
Yeah.
Very youthful. Now this particular elections, the youth are looking for a change. Because Obiang said one of their problems that for so many years, omunya electricity, omu oil, but still almost all life for petrol. Majority of the youth are unemployed. Inflation is about 29.something%. And you realize that the bulk of the population are agitators. They agitate change.
Okay.
Now, results for the first time, Labour Party, Obi, we winning Lagos State, which is kind of ethnicity, but Yoruba, but Obi Nchofi, southeast. It's for the first time it has changed. But you realize the system now operating, there's an element of rigging. Because beyond Tiasi say elections, you see, Utuabano polling station there immediately no from the Obiajina that you transmit the presidential results onto a server.
Okay.
So that you cannot manipulate the system. Most of the presiding officers, they've refused to do that. Almost any Senate during the House of Representatives, no.
Naka presidential.
No. Which from Saturday or more, yes, from Sunday up to now, no. The only one or more are declaring Ekiti. And the most interesting part of Ekiti is that the coalition was done in somebody's room. Serious. The coalition was done in somebody's room.
Ekiti Tinubu ne wini ye.
Tinubu ne wini.
Yeah, Tinubu
ne wini.
Yeah. Tinubu
66%.
Wini Ekiti with 201,494. Ekiti State. Yeah. And Atiku enya 89,554. And Obi enya 11,000. Yeah.
Oh, and the evidence is showing the coalition baby almost says a coalition.
Somebody's room.
In the assessor. You will be in
Oh my God.
Are you serious? So who's a nature? Oh, sure. When you listen to people, you say the people have voted for change.
Yeah,
they have. But you could see that the results that
but the change is not reflecting.
It's not reflecting the results at all. Wow. You know that you cannot beat the system. Are there who say, "Obi aka, omo careful." The CCNOP PDP I a press conference they are not going to accept the results. LP said they are only going to accept results. Some American every polling station now because
transmitting
but say and yes I know they are not going to accept it because the thing was supposed to be robust, and you could see that there's a semi problem brewing. Say you are careful. Youth know because when you see them we share among a interaction so many are agitated. It is something must come up. Otherwise Adom so my kind of Adom as all happy war Lagos Nigeria it bounces here. It bounces here into the elections. Initially the tactics of making election rigging was noticed by a CBS election as 8:30. Some places started to block the delay of materials, all manner of things. You could see that there's deliberate attempt to. But Buhari said he was going to leave a legacy of free and fair election. That was why I'm missing some currency, so nobody will vote by it. Yeah. And all of a sudden, they started very well. They got a very good system. Very, very good system. But end product, you're careful or degenerate into something else. That is my observation.
Right, yeah. Honorable. Lift your microphone, Mami.
Nigeria style now. Yeah. Say echo. If anything, collation no be there, no. It's not going to be possible in Ghana. Yeah, because your body in a police station. What does here? Your body in a now most of the other political parties, you did a coalition and said about main way coalition center.
Okay.
And who banning in our Wikita and resource in our printing and the easy the coalition in Rano because about every electoral area, polling station by polling station. Or boarding and would take it, and your boy, there wouldn't be a year, no would there war. Would you say? And the Nigeria Diano, I could be Odipa at that soon that you say, Mpensenpensenmu. Nazela Chamade Kayano is a recipe for disaster. Yeah. Because the man is saying, I was saying, we are coalition, a formalized area, Yan to say, yes, demoha. Remember, I have also central constituency. Joy FM police station okay. Now would they call Abia baby fufu again the sanwa we hear na person what they and the Buhari it is his duty to make sure say Obema Nigeria is peaceful because say wanya ne sanwa ye de beswa no okay say wanya ne nyama yi ene nyama wonya ekoso ti say PTA akwana ye kotutu mu
yeah matutu
what is this? So this lady I saw on social media, also once a come for no much charge, or renti a caterpillar biome, excavator na pelo de bi abe pian nya boom said ya ye di material be faso media. Wo ye wenum nyina no a emboa.
All for power.
Nigeria eho eye gidigia e no wo. They feel more comfortable in Ghana. Yeah. Ebi mo to Japadia bebre egukuru and they feel warmly when they are in Ghana and they ban sanwa. Pressure na mo be gu eso wa okay and ye be sere baby ana abato no ti say Ghana ha ye to abana queue no we will even go to the next day to vote the I neck na Nigeria
baby cry among fan 2 days
they have 2
what is they haven't taken
so those people there must be special arrangement for them to cast their ballot and also mo to abano and yes what di now what you know results are quality you know papa de woman no yemfanto
that's right
baby a challenge you know what they should address them now more muntu kura no so ya more kwan mo mato e dey be count
because complaints no a door complaints no door so say so on say Nigeria so And most of them live beyond some rivers.
Yeah.
In rivers, because island. Those are more beyond islands. No. And it was deliberate. Or if you was stronghold, stronghold. Denial access to.
Wow.
And if you want Tinubu to win, fine. But he can win on his strength.
Yeah.
Because our numbers.
It should be a fair election.
Our numbers.
Okay.
Well, but the other side first cheated. And Mami so said the youth, they're very agitated because most of them are not working. That is why that thing's happening. You see, it's very important. Like as some people are saying that we hear upon this now and say what they should stop the results.
Okay.
They address the
issues.
Concerns.
Okay.
And let peace, because otherwise I'm sure if you are not careful, this time around there will be a federation.
Wow.
Federation, I bet it's will be independent.
Well, my main tie way into a poster the former President John Dramani Mahama make here. Now I want to read John Dramani Mahama. I'll say one thing that has struck me in my pre-election mission in Nigeria for the West African Elders Forum is the confidence all the candidates and parties have expressed in the Independent Electoral Commission. They all testify that INEC has listened and taken their concerns on board. Unfortunately, I can't say same for my Electoral Commission EC, which was once among the best election management agencies in the world. The hostility of the chairperson of the EC and her other commissioners to one political party is legendary. How I wish our own EC can inspire the same level of confidence in all its stakeholders. Regrettably, I am not hopeful this will happen when we have an EC that has blatantly spanned all efforts by National Peace Council to host a meeting between the Commission and the two major political parties, the NDC and MPP. Chairman, Mr. TFU, so for a former president to make this post, it's too serious.
No, I agree.
Why would you paint EC like that?
No, I agree with him 100%.
How?
Sure. One thing I like about INEC in Nigeria and the Electoral Commissioner, among all the infractions he comes out to be a very credible man. In spite of all, maybe for the press, he might give that impression. But the first press conference, there was platform B NDC communications. Let me post on and say, this man looks credible, and he inspires confidence. That's the word I use. He inspires confidence. And he also said that he's going to, at any given moment of time, he is going to relate with the population, because it is the Nigeria that he's interested in, and not political party. That I say, and that is what we are saying. Be interested in the Ghanaian and not political party.
No, but the EC, on show interest in any political
yes,
party.
Over the years, Afarijan, the time, you could see the cooperation between Afarijan and the parties. Charlotte Oseba, they made specific statements there. She was not being cooperative with them. And no quite count on power no G Mensa, since she came, I was at a meeting once where the body language that is inspire confidence. Oshe deputy chairman, Dr. Francis,
Bosman Asari.
I don't want to know. Bosman Asari, card-bearing member of MPP. He was member of the TAIN. It was in Stascon of MPP on the campus. So you know his political leanings. But notwithstanding, we look at the national interest. We can do some jogging here and there. But at the end of the day, it's a national interest. There are some who can. We want an election in this country. Have you seen the coalition center in Abuja? The presiding member will come to the coalition center and come and announce the results in the presence of everybody. People sitting there can even challenge. There was one in Lagos where this woman, she was challenging the results that has been brought up because area boys, they want to smash the polling station. Also, that polling station, they have to go back and openly, whether the woman will take it or not, fine. Here, yes, there was strong room. Nobody sees the strong room. Yes, the last election, the results were supposed to be announced. We were all told at the International Conference Center. What happened? All of a sudden, we saw some Ghana flag behind and the announcement being made. This is what President Mahama is talking about.
No, but Chairman, for former President Ebe describe it, EC chairperson. Listen to the word. The hostility.
You see, don't let's bury our head in the sand. I mean, me a politician, I bury my head in the sand. I don't know the day. We want a country called Ghana. We will live peacefully. We don't want a situation where one day it will degenerate into chaos. Let's call a spade a spade. Let us do some reforms. Yeah. Other jurisdiction, how are elections held? How are people made appointment? You see, we are saying that one of the framers of the Constitution must have got a genuine idea that the government might propose a referee for a match. But going forward, is that necessary? People have even said there, why don't you advertise the position for 3, 4, 5 people to apply, and then we go and interview them, and who the person who is properly clothed for that position, because the electoral commissions are appointed by government. All of us believe that there's some bias towards the government who appointed you. So he's saying something that we must interrogate it, because that is what's happening now. Jimesa, I'm an advisor. When she was at it was a different person, because I've been invited to a workshop in those times, and you could see that proposals or advocates, they were in good stead. Now, proposals she doesn't even want to talk about those things because there's a long arm. And you must say it.
Long arm,
there's a long arm. I mean, don't behave as if you are not in this country.
No, Chairman.
We see, there's a long arm.
Long arm,
the ruling government.
Okay, so does it mean at the time, more appointee Charlotte or say no, you have the long arm?
They believed it. They believe
so it's state for that. Because I'm believing it, most believe it.
Exactly.
Oh,
what are you telling me?
No, but
I said there's a long hand. They believe that we had a long hand on Charlotte Osei.
So you also must believe, even Ntisa Accra now.
But Ntisa, I've told you those who are heading the EC. Jimensa was a political leanings.
On your card bearing member of any.
Don't tell me that you don't know.
On your card bearing member of any political party.
Don't tell me that you don't know.
When him say Jimensa any card of any political party.
It is not a matter of you holding a card before I can identify the political leaders. No, there are a lot of people in this who don't hold card, but we know they are political leaders. Bossman, I've told you, was a patron of Tescon, right? So the two most important people, we can know where their political leanings are coming from, and invariably, you will be biased. You are a human being, because when your government is out of power, because of the way we behave, your tendency of your being in that position is jeopardized. We know. They don't let us behave. You see, when we don't speak truth to power, that is what happens to us.
Chairman, is he independent?
Oh, not in Ghana. Nothing can. Don't come and tell me these marine stories. It is not independent. The East in Ghana is not independent.
Both parties, you are guilty.
That is why I'm saying that we should be nationalistic and look at these things going forward. How are we going to appoint our yeasts, electoral commissioners? That's why I said that there's a school of thought there. Let us advertise the job. Get about 5 people to apply. And let's interview them so that they come and they know that they have been given a job. The job they've advertised, and there's a friend saying, friend saying, period of age man, it is part out. So them say, it's a fact. We don't let's play the ostrich. Don't let's play the ostrich.
No, but Chairman, won't join this NDC more overpainting the EC too black. Baby wa enti sakra na mo be se mo painting image to the general public.
Charlotte say otna hono. Obi anka say oye mama girlfriend.
No, na say
me see who can say painting in black. Why say that time they were not painting Charlotte say black. Were they not? Look at the demonstrations, the thing they did towards that woman. Well, we believe that she was neutral. She even handed over victory to the government, the party of the day. Don't let's go there. What we are saying, that is our belief. He hasn't said anything that is wrong. He hasn't said anything that is bad. It is the reality, the truth. And in this country, the hypocrisy in this country is too high. The hypocrisy. If another person has said it, I know on here, but Bahama is take the title, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Take it from there. He's a Ghanaian. Just take that anacron from his name. And he's a Ghanaian.
No, but sir, only confidence in the EC, I don't know contest in the election. I don't know cover form so say only the NDC.
Only in the house, sometimes a referee, you don't have confidence, but you want to go and beat him. You go there and make sure the referee you make sure that you beat him goaler or you to make a offside. So that doesn't preclude if I don't have confidence, I shouldn't contest. I will contest and make sure that Tisa Zuma Nelson, when he was going to Australia, also the referee, it's when he beat the guy, there was no way they could change the results. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all.
No, but Chairman, the weekend there means that already why am I doing class mobile easy chairperson mobile nephew?
Me kasa ya dream say ebebe at least now I almost how many years. Nan kasa be decide about now aboko. Ibi ayi mpamo. The one kasa ebe decide about now one aboko.
No, say ejina nioma mobile yeso na ebe man.
Me say no be determine whether about now one aboko.
Na ze mobile ye nioma ebe man akọ.
Dabi you bet you Ghana. You Ghana. It's Ghana no. Charlotte say, what's the procurement infractions? Today, have you seen the number of procurement record obi koto vaccine without proper documentation? All the MP still. The one. Ada auto 9 cedis no, okoto $9 no, also $19. Oh, see, the person is still at post. So many procurement infractions. Saloto said the crime, say procurement infraction, crime. And it is Ghana. You are not asking me about that. This is Ghana. And see, don't tell me there. But no. When you build the precedent, it follows you. When you build the precedent, it follows you. The important thing there, are we learning from those mistakes? So that people will hail you as a hero or heroine and say, oh, no, why you need me 1 month now? But if you continue in this, I'm sure you are coming to talk about a Ghana card, CIA, or no. I mean, you see what things that will develop into people will catch you there. Let's do it this way. All of us are stakeholders. Let's do it this way. Chinchina Dabi, I was listening to Obiamo on at Parliament.
Nevetin.
No. When they were discussing this,
okay, right.
And I was cringing. See what the French are making away. One, our passport is useless. Number 2, since here, Sekaya Ghana card, na any passport, any BBA. Mina Honorable Titus Lovers, Onyema, he comes to vouch for me.
Yeah.
So the basis of the document na you are using a vouching system. Now, as I will use I know the vouching system I cancel. What's the document that we use to know? One of their requirements of voucher. So what are you talking about? You're crying now, baby.
Chairman Emeritus Bedasi Festival Mame, Chairman Emeritus Joseph Adeko Kanal Tenenkano. Honorable Titus Glover Bacho Bremame.
Agwezi.
Metiopa.
Me pacho kind JDM state of law kind kama atifo biu.
Bacho men sign kind my own. Okay, me bacho the okaye ni or say one thing that has struck me in my pre-election mission in Nigeria for the West African Elders Forum is the confidence all candidates and parties have expressed in the Independent Electoral Commission. They all testified that INEC has listened and taken their concerns on board. Unfortunately, I can't say same for my Electoral Commission, EC, which was once among the best election management agencies in the world. The hostility of the chairperson of the EC and the other commissioners to one political party is legendary. I say how I wish our own EC can inspire the same level of confidence in all its stakeholders. Regrettably, I am not hopeful this will happen when we have an EC that has blatantly spanned all efforts by the National Peace Council to hold a meeting between the commission and the two major political parties, NDC and MPP.
As in Pamela say, it's chairman. Chairman can say at one time, na Jean Adukwe Mensa, chairperson of Electoral Commission, call meeting na the body language.
Yeah.
Or see the body language.
Yeah.
And your papa. Her body language.
Yeah.
And is for someone in Nyai.
No, yeah,
that is quite in.
I didn't add the NDC.
Chairman, but when you see our non-verbal communication, you know that.
Yes, we do.
We have non-verbal communication. Yes.
Asema, maybe brother Eke. Wouldn't it be? I don't know. I don't want to use certain words, but I think to describe the EC, the fact is over time meeting in the body language alone, put you off. So it's a grounds for Joe Mama to make the former president makes such remarks. Is another matter.
But you're correct.
Natri, oh, Baba, me face around my to
add your own embellishment on it.
Again, okay, mama can't or say, Boss Masari. Initially, I was a card-bearing member of Tesco. A chain of bar back. And I say, let me betray you. No, I'm not tree. Of it, also, a card-bearing member of Tesco. A chain all year round, and also a patron. A war Tesco. And the women in Ano, Mujumano, Omoyano, and so it. May person me the tear for Nasha for a consembia former President Mahama Kaye. City FM capture on the 18th of November 2016. And I quote, President John Mahama has rubbished claims by his political opponents that Electoral Commission EC is scheming to rig the upcoming presidential election for him. Some new Patriotic Party executives have on different platforms claimed there is grand scheme to ensure President Mahama's re-election. But the president at the rally in Fusi, in Wa East constituency of the Upper West region, rubbish those claims, describing them as absurd nonsense. Absurd nonsense. If you notice, in the run-up to the election, there has been a consistent criticism of the Electoral Commission. Indeed, they have said the most unspeakable things about the chairman of the Electoral Commission, and that is all preparing the minds of their supporters for them to lose. So when they lose, they can blame the Electoral Commission as not being neutral. Some of them have gone to the extent of saying the Electoral Commission is preparing to rig the elections for me, John Mahama. What absurd nonsense. Ghana's electoral system is one of the best in the world. Not my words, not in Africa, in the world, because it has inherent instruments, underline word, it has inherent instruments for guaranteeing its integrity. And Obabio say, stop harassing EC boss. This is not the first time the president, that was Mahama, has strongly defended the Electoral Commission and its chairperson, Charlotte Osei. He did so in April this year, 2016, when he called on political parties to stop harassing the chairperson and rather cooperate with the commission to purge the voters' register. We have some political parties that have the tradition to haranguing and just harassing the commission, and I think that must stop. Leave the commission in peace to do its work. It's done it before, so let them do the work he charged. His plea followed calls from pressure groups, including the opposition MPP, for the chairperson to implement reforms recommended by the Supreme Court. Quote and unquote. This is ex-President Mahama talking. Now they were bloated register. Ubekaya, you produce Togo register B, and in your man, so money pressure said, look, there are some problems with the register at the time that has been bloated. Edu baby so minya Abu Ramadan Ubekaya. Now, EC4 said, National Health Insurance ID card no a means of identity. Yet mean any register and also the court. So it becomes all over the place. And the heat of Sadia Supreme Court ruling there catch a easy for say, Muya the infamous and a ma, President Mama, ever cancer way. At the time, no precedent. And the Canadian assessor. Opinion, we see yes if for no ever inherent instrument. One in she share pa ever cremwa, only yobo juma, because on my ye be da. On my ye be my yen yatum across the world, across the globe say, ye yes, dear, omi yadia, as papa.
And at the time, they Charlotte was saying, and on no appointed Charlotte.
Oh, no, appointed Charlotte.
Okay.
And you see, some big brother, or Kasa say, now at a point, now so come if say, maybe some will say, the way I now work Kasano, why are you not using that same means? Because someone work an emudo papa. Say, omo instruments are yedi yenchishaya, yedi gu akwemwa, ebua emiyasem. Musi wa yedi tintintiniti. Yedi kasa untie. Obi adi beko na nanso bia no untie. Ebi na even say, me nua pani yeka say, ayi adugo mensa betra ze kwa na wo mona nanim. The body language wo mona nim, wa kan say so de wo ne kasa untie. Enjene platform amu so a ye nyina yedi hu abobo ye kan wasem no. Mo buafu nti mo afiri akọ. You are not part of the very saying internal arrangement IPAC binja. But the EC, knowing the importance of National Democratic Congress, they invite them to come. Mumba. Ye so minita ye get 2 more ye di yenhihye bi benyina ye ma copy bisade say mo copy ana. It means that indirectly you are part of the arrangement and never easy nyina no. And it's a Mampeni Mahama. Wouldn't him say, Charlotte, Jean Adukwe Mensa, to his description of the EC boss, why you tintin to the what do you do?
But, Honorable, it's also on record, sir, NDC4 bar out because there was an IPAC meeting. Omonsa can letter no few hours to the meeting. Now, because we quote City FM, I also want to quote something from City FM.
Bring it on.
Okay. And this one was published on the 26th of April, 2019. Now, it's captioned, NDC's posture a threat to Ghana's democracy, EC. And I want to quote. This one is alluded to Bosman Asari. I'll say, I think if there is anyone who is becoming a threat or a potential threat to the democracy we are practicing in our country, then I'll rather say that it is the posture of the NDC. Since this new commission took over, we have noticed some of the things they have transpired. Before the Ayawaso West by-election, allegations were arrived that the register was bloated, and we also noticed pictures of bloated papers. So if we have a deputy EC boss or describing a political party as a threat to Ghana's democracy, how do you expect the party to take it?
Akwesi asempa. Asem we nyina nye kasa. Eye kasa de. Na yis NDC accuse yisi. What you say? What in baby eye na djuma. Wo sore na wo tuanyampia e de bono. Wo tuanyampia e de bono. Ono so ba was so defending no. In the line of defense, Shono so anu you the buy. All the two wrongs does not make right.
But I recall Moto Ayampia Boshaloto say, but she never described you as a threat to democracy. Okay.
And I may say, no matter the provocation, because you are the umpire, you are the referee in the elections. Because se wo ye nyama eso enia, amafo beka ho, ebe jiwo so. Se wo ye nyama sebi enko ye amafo beka ho asem. So if indeed then this is able to prove, say yesi, bibi on towarda, then when they should bring you to the table. But as at the time of Ayawaso West Wagon by election, I see no bloating of register from anywhere. What I say? The American chairman and this one, we need them. We can't say that because they are outside the platforms. There be Mintra and Kasa. Kwembia was here my nuan this for no ebeka ho na nyane ejuma bomwa e was here because without it yes because of the political parties, and the political parties are also functioning because of the Electoral Commission. What does it under the Constitution, under chapter 11 is saying chapter 7, representation of the people. And the yes by the Constitution, and the afana fanning in ano e was here ejuma ye di bom. A year on a midi or Mampeni that I'm ya on say. When they can't present you, no matter it is not because Charlotte Zeniti Akwemu. We are looking at an institution called the Electoral Commission. President Mama Yohukwan, he's a statesman. With your mind soda. Ebrana Dukwemen Sabayano, once or called rounds. Do you remember? She visited former president, including Rawlings, President Kufuor, and the other day, including your mama Nankasa, a coronaso. And say yembiana se sebi jinadu kwa mensa ye bibina se so enia, you have the right to invite her. Say aduwe me hunyama we hweho na tutu wana mu ye me gidi pass anga be boy ye papa. But you see, and maybe a few no yes ya eboawo including Supreme Court. And before it has court, look at how we prepared ourselves. Say a pink sheets over voting, we had a whole lot of pink sheets over voted. Pink sheet as sebi signature yen sign ye kitanina ediko court enim. What does it? Ediko dine court. Ejina ya naso e kasam. At the end of the day, it was a 5-4 in your favor. Would you to mu? Would there be being called Wakwemua and one is a try the Boniparo? Would try to buy easy Aduka Mensa, now the Combo Supreme Court. Now, what you ye and boy. And that Supreme Court now, who court now, a dear resident get here, a dear anymore. I didn't hear. Now, son, and I'm winning some winning Yazobia, Mujina Samuko, a good Yasembo court. Or Mucham said to Jana Bina no. No, two and two. Say no more nimshi or Majinazo. I would be court. yet you incited your supporters. Eba bontene, ebe can say, Jenadu governments and the Electoral Commission, you are batomu, and the President Akufo-Addo, and the MPP Apain. And the way Obiba, then you come back and say Akufo-Addo Gobi. He said the actual thing, one of the youth organizer, Nancy Obekakaye, Akufo-Addo Kunipa 8. This Akufo-Addo Ketetuo and Obo Nipama, Minka way, and come among for Yawo. But when you do things like this, you want to paint the image of the Electoral Commission of Ghana so negative, so black. What can we fear? We are called Nigeria, Alatemamu, and who can we war? They are colleagues. The INEC chairman in Nigeria is a colleague to Jen Adukwe Mensah. So you are disgracing your own institution. Because Nema to you. And yet, the platform you are creating, but you see, every time Bia Omokonchi Mubiano, Yama end this invitation. And they decide not to come. Ye real meeting to some minute Bia, ye training in army, they give them copy. The EC want to make a case that their doors are still open. I'm not speaking for Electoral Commission. I want to be fair. Now, Miss Seminian and this say, no matter the situation, let us come together and build the Electoral Commission. Say Electoral Commission, Musha say and want to let us come. Ebidia Muka say, all political parties they are not functioning. They don't have offices all over the place. They still invite them to EC IPAC meetings. They are still working like that. But the Amuka and Yisi no Wajatum and them no say. They've made sure that all those defunct political parties who are not functioning in Ano, if you use books. And say in 790 Vukano, Ebino Etwasom. So why are you outside? PC in without coming to the platform. Now me tear dia John JDM Kayano or see National Peace Council aye efforts to meet Electoral Commission together with MPP and NDC. But Adugwe aye so difficult. He used a word there. So why is so difficult? Hostile. On person Bishia. Sadiano. Me take opportunity way. Na masre Madam Jim Adukwe Mensah. Say Anubaba Emabato. Whatever the situation is, National Peace Council, Omajumani say, ye be sure say asundwe ewo Ghana fane nyina bebia nti ase nye dwuma nyina no ma se de say ye be sisi nkonya ni yahwe ye be sere no pa asem na dwuma mai ka no se sa na tia because me can say oti kuo bi including this clergy na dia de nyina all these eminent people in our society.
Yeah.
I'm a BBC you be come na so advisory board or something to look at all that. Mesre no ejuma na oye no waye ejuma so ani we share EC budget for the first time in 2020 Ghana didn't go and look for funding from outside to come and run our elections. Yesika in the running elections no. She made a lot of savings over there. And the yenhwe kwan be fa so a yenyina eni mpanyifo nyina yen trase ni yenhwe kwan be fa so a because 2024 no very critical. And this idea so 8 is it 8 times? Yes, we are at the end of 2024 no. Yes, we are 8 terms. 4 years now that year. And the abi yomwe. So that's it. You could be sabrewa. Now whatever it is, your mama or your beer, we know how to beat him. And whatever he will do, Electoral Commission. Elections are won from the one. The processes and and NDC because sebi you have economic situation you won't challenge your woman. It's a tom card for him say and you the election. Mijiti catch them say. And she shared I go for that buying edu akwemo. 2023 is a year of recovery. And amuntua o tuni nyinano emema nyamaso abrasi edi amaye so that we able said by the end of this year by the arrangement and the constitution of our party near a flag bearer near 2024 we able to appeal to the conscience of our people and that's our semwa omanyanka ni fie mate omanyanka ni mi kacha JDM so ba fi Nigeria aba no se bibi wo na etochima adukwa eba na naso Ibrana Yedi Akunyani man for the first time. She visited him as a former president because he has a lot to offer this country. Or Wakwenya say obetumi afrɛ no. Mingi ni say or catch a duku any easy for support show or makazo monko. Obeko. And the war issues wo between them. Na ni ahwe ni akane kama.
That's it. But I say Honorable Daniel Nikwate titles global. But Chairman remember how say be our response to the man.
Statement President Mahama there are inherent mechanisms over there. Ozi Ejuma. President Mahama obo previous years Ejuma waya Oma Ghana Nkofosha they will believe in them, especially Afarijan time no. You could see that Papani Oye Ejuma bia also bia name. You look at President Mills time what declares okay there say one call Tina that elections one declare result they should go and have an election but he was so fair or maybe a chance to the last minute after a cancer channel on Tonasum or from Yina wait that was the inherent mechanism or why Oma one of the best in the world. Shout out to her, she continued that process. You remember this Togo list she had a meeting appointee VCRAC crap.
Yeah.
That woman.
Yeah.
The umbet now na ubian fan I think
there was a meeting at Alisa.
Ubian fan problem observation from Bra.
Yeah.
What's nature? No, this has a very highly respected jurist. Obey. In a Togo Azam Kenya, what for no MP what the Ben, San Onim. Reforms are working in Miami. Oh, yeah. She listened. Jimensa. Obey. In your year raising. She herself even formed the advisory committee. Okay.
Yeah.
From that one meeting, and that thing was dissolved because what they were speaking truth to power to her. On pedal has not dissolved Dama. Compare dissolve when you it's other EC officers. When problems are, they listen and independent people to go and look at it and bring them the result. Has she ever done that? Since she assumed a power, only bossman, have they ever done that? That is what we are saying. They are ideologically inclined, and that what President Mahama said is up to the point. So when has she even called an independent person to come and audit or come and sit in the matter and this year reforms conference NDC hold some people were who you identify shortcomings of the electoral representative booking reporting representative man beside there were friend and you come on one she hasn't. Until we are right, and President Mama is right to say that. Unfortunately for us, the Ghana Yisina was one of the respected one in the world. At this moment of time, you cannot vouch for that. You cannot. Until that's the situation. We are saying that going forward, so that Honorable, okay. Say asamo kasa what waiting for the ntamnara on free bia na on independent body be number tenasi all the nuances are on my year elections on kodo on my tenasi together yema asumdue on brief so that the respect ye were previously we will gain that respect back. That is what we are saying.
Martin, Chairman Emeritus, may I say, 8 minutes after 10. Honorable Officer, watch your paper being quickly.
President Mahama must be measured in his attack on institutions of states.
But you left your microphone,
because wedio Mpensenpensenmu na wedio Mpensenpensenmu no. This is not the first time I attacking Jim Mensa. From the one, or Shashi said, we're attacking the judges of this republic. Say, I find na enya sem na ye de come ran anymore. Judges are umutra dwom ye di asem ma nkra. Wa accuse omu nyina, attack omu nyina e de ka ho. Wo yes ano a emboa. And he said, who concern you have the right as a former statesman, former president of the republic. You write to the Electoral Commission because Mami waba wonaso da. Any management team nyina eba wonaso. E foto bi a wo bia wo di mano. Na se sebi wo bibi fufuro no afre no. Na ka che ne se awura bibi say no enkwani and the shana to anamoni ye enu na beboaye.
But don't you think say ebia or kamba wontie no yes
na and you go Nigeria na go di na temo wa go twene ni wo. Does that solve the problem? Does that solve the problem? No. That wouldn't solve the problem. And the media they are catching this for say they should come back to the platform. IPAC na ekriti no. Ye nyina nti ene ekriti and ye boa even though IPAC enye legally binding but e boa e ma yisi djuma no mo ye nyina no eko enkan e di boa ni nyina e di kom enti media mesre pa 2024 the stakes are very high and the may nye idea ebema suspicion no akosoro said ya yes ye peno. We want the peace of this country. Sana mijini sendi sifosu pe the peace of this country. And the kwen biya ye beboa ene afana nyina no ebe trase ne ye hu de wo nyina no. Mo biya te no wase. But John dear, we'll beat him again.
Martin Midasi, Ebusia Yantuaso, 10 minutes after 10. What join here? Higher, Adom 106.3 FM. A panelist, Abini Omuchuchin Komo, Chairman Emeritus Adeko, I represent NDC. Honorable Daniel Nikwate, titles Global, I represent MPP. Now, Yankotu, the new CIR, EC episode, that's the public elections. Ghana card is supposed to be the source document for continuous registration at the district offices. Honorable.
Oko chapter 7.
Yeah.
Page 43 of the Constitution.
1992.
And Article 42 now. Or see, every citizen of Ghana of 18 years of age or above and of sound mind has the right to vote and is entitled to be registered as a voter for the purposes of public elections and referenda. Let's say, Ubiagan in India would afi duni ngwatwi adumwatwi
yeah.
And I said yes we tricky the na abatwa ya tubia no na watubi uba 45 a chira wo niama ye say functions of the Electoral Commission ebi say you be compile register mrebre bia no in accordance with the law. It means that we demarcation of electoral boundaries. Now they are there. Almost conducting public elections to how they can conduct and supervise elections. And Menezudua, it was Omuyi and Chechemu, Eddie Mutimu for quite fast already to Abana de Adenano. Even so, we yet in Chechemu, a expansion of registration. Omutu Abana Denano, and so all. I've been so we performs such other functions as may be prescribed in the law. Ade bibi amaye di akanwa ebebo mojumo no maye. Who can we are na uba under Article 46. Okay, bibi wo. Or see, except as provided in this Constitution or in any other law not inconsistent in this Constitution. In the performance of its functions, the Electoral Commission shall not be subject to the direction or control of any person or authority. Quote and unquote. Who can we are? Now, about 51. Or say the Electoral Commission shall, by a constitutional instrument, make regulations for the effective performance of its functions under the Constitution or any other law, and in particular, for the registration of voters, the conduct of public elections and referenda, including provision for voting by proxy.
quote and unquote. When ye mranapon constitutional ejidi ato e fa kwan ye fa so a na the elections. Na nanse yete say or the crat bi akotu mrahye bidwam e fa the use of national
Ghana card
ID card ye de mre bi atwomu no na nya Ghana card nkwa na ye passports, driver's license and the guarantee system any ye na opese okio nyama bi a guarantee system no asiye no wonhwe there's some sort of abuse bi e was our angle no and opese o use Ghana card no e de ye e ho na NDC for no ntiase say na den na opese we use only the Ghana card enkwa we other forms of identity edi be sade no we and edi ntiase enye adwuma and I think the constitutional and subsidiary legislation committee of parliament or much society egusi and this for say there be one ntiase and the MZ special budget committee a share budgets of NCC na de nyina no ye share but the fiada no MZ share yawada was fiada me share social media afana nyano debates on whether Jimensa MZ Nigeria about the delegate the deputies no say omungo sina name na omuni parliament in this sankita no the ekoba say and this for say there be omunyi on one kasa na committee of the whole no ye koye parliament ni nya ye shia in camera said ya media phone ni wona ye hwe ne ye dia bobo ni nyina no and a speaker rule say ampa e wo say oba na ombechechi nyamam said ya afana nyina benya ntiase ayedwuma mti ehona mz statement na bano but constitution catch there under 46 say obia entumi subject yisi no under their control or authority and reason kire say yisi zu be sori aye bibia wa wo pe who ye mrano for elections. Elections are managed by political parties and he was afana nyina no yenya ntiase entrance ni ehwe kwan be faswa we enkofa problem bia emfambreye we in the MPP were ever ready to engage the EC and the NDC in the platform that has been formed called the IPAC yedin to tenya betu akwemu a ebeboa na bibie atoye ediamaye. We don't want this country to run into an inferno. We want as peaceful as it is. It's the duty of Adom to say ebehwe na bibie atodin ama ebinedu na ekoto abana. Everybody will have the right to decide who he or she want to vote for. And the new year, said as a government, as a party, so we'll support the EC for them to function well. We will not attack the EC. But where it is, say NDC for concern and they must leave the intransigence, the thing and also on my say actually you didn't know what problem and for me, I think to be they should come back to the platform. Na nyina na transit na ye hwe kwan be faso. Na Nigeria elections dey baby obeba obaso so a ya tun safre no obeko parliament na so no the parliament akọ transit. I've been a friend of the special budget committee when me war 6 parliament no. Because say Jim Charlotte say ade na oye NCC chairperson. Na we share budget na every year the man na so. Na me penasempa you could see say or you be an opposite yejuma opposite sum and at one time na special budget committee hwe ni budget no mu na den na no ka say scan na dia man no entum ba na ejuma na opposite no and I remember vividly me catch and say Charlotte mu say ejuma no opposite we parce na abani na ma no sa you a lawyer wo hwe na ejuma we no ebe hawa e kamia jato na ko pe ejuma papa bia wo hwe betuma boa anche ena Dr. Frenyan ko pensioner ye de djuma no share nsem ye nyina ye fe nti oba ye na so bi na se bi ni aba on dia nyame ye e me betwem na wo budget no na sa nti ma wo djuma no na nhyeda emboa by ne wo budget ndi e agboda nche tontoli nti ne djuma no dia share nsem. I wish you all the best na koye djuma no de so nti back to the subject.
But honorable, just a quick one on some of the concerns being raised. I mean, Brad Chairman.
All right.
About registration at the district offices. Why that?
And also, I would say Parliament or call the CNU Parliament have the opportunity to have a long discussion with them because we call a baby in Hadia easy.
in Graya easy. Ubatema East. EC officer. First, never TDC. And then they are called preschool park. Both Tema Central, Tema East. And you know, Echo. Tema West, Etiomu. So geographically within Tema, Accra, Tema Metropolis is easy. But when you move outside Accra, who call a constituency like Walwale constituency, it stretches as far back to Passingpe. And to be what Passingpe, also free Passingpe, number district capital, Walwale, the convenience there. What I say, who call constituency to say, Ebia Pandai, district capital, no, Ewa Pandai, a beach, a podum, a womb. What I say, and the when we say any parliament parliament can make input and suggestions. Jimensa, where the ever can one look at another way? So apart from this office, can we create another maybe electoral area based? I'll be a better man yantia, I say. Yet to me, a year will be war, and you bet my abwa, and will be access to register no enquire problematic. What I say, and when we sent us any Jumane did not translate. Ewo mrashe Juma. You can't say Juma. I don't see why we could do it. But in the district use of district offices, convenience in the only a gratamao. Ebia big capitals, no baby. But we call baby to the Pandai, we call Wulensi, we call Bimbila, we call Yendi, we call Bushigu, we call Garaga, we become every Sisala, if any say West to move, we call Sisala East, Ewo Golu, we call Lambusier, interland all over. Who call Wild West? Constituency suburb no back on capital venue, which out. Who free ball now we call Wild. There's a town called Ga. It's a junction. Now who free Ga who drive it at court with Chawa. A shame Wild West. This is capital with Chow. Now you can imagine.
Matiano, may I say, Chairman Emeritus, watch your brain, mommy.
To continue from where my brother left,
yeah.
Son Amaba, Article 42. In CI 91, in a 126, polling stations, they are designated registration centers. To them, the distance from when you across it, our dancer man, a friend and Tangasila offer now. District office, you can just go into trot. And I'll be Baba. Easy. But when you leave the capital, you have challenges. That's when the wisdom of former ECs, where you are there, a polling station will be a registration center. And the laws are there. In Brano, why do you have to change it? That's number one. Number two, when you are there, Article 42. Article 42 no kind, but what kind build 90.
Every citizen of Ghana of 18 years of age or above and of sound mind has a right to vote and is entitled to be registered as a voter for the purposes of public elections and referenda.
Correct.
Quote and unquote.
Correct.
Has the right to vote.
The right to vote.
And is entitled.
Entitled to vote. And so the question is that, how does the person express his right? It's in the time, what indication or the 18 years old that you are entitled to vote? The wisdom of our constitutional framers. Why? There was easy as time goes, a better regulation to make sure that this thing works. It's has no birth certificate. One more birth certificate. Number two, any nakaya bibia identify there or yawa. For to recognize his passport. Because passport, any passport into figure now and Kada Ghanaian. And see, let's limit ourselves to just these two documents. You know what there? Change many passport. Na any birth certificate. Baby, what baby, naturally. You get somebody what do there? Oh, honorable titles go from the age of 2, 3, 4, 5 there. Or Ghana or Ghana in the avouch. Amen. they use. Ibiala can there, what my empirical evidence there, that my vouching system, no, it has been misused. Because Ghana no also no, every be ofi norfa. That's why Ghana. How can you say that? It will be a voter original. That's why Ghana. How can you say that? That I say. There has been so many intermarriages. Na inyama, eban kandama, fantifuna and cramfuna, igbefuna. When you wa. It's what nobody has come to say that a vouching system, no, it has been abused. It be for evidence in bay. Now Ghana card, Eric King. Ghana card now what's the warrior? No? My understanding is that or your identification document, among other documents, because the Ghana card, no, or take the source from a certain route, and one of the route is a vouching. One of the route is driving license. One of the route is passport. This three documents in a birth certificate until Supreme Court here ruling. This document card the S and there Ibialen use, you know, they accept those as their route. Into what the crime here. This is the argument. And the law says that once you are 18, nobody should disenfranchise you. Nobody. I have to come and prove, and then baby by there, I'm 18, and then mama and then papa over them, because some villages soon, 1 year birth certificate. It's why do we put ourselves in a straitjacket? We put ourselves in a straitjacket. Ibia what won so many years ago, no. Now Ibia wait the 30 years, no. The Ghana card is only 1 or 2 years old. That Ghana card are more important than anno the birth certificate and 30 years ago. What can you wait for? Most of Ebadama Ghana card here. Since there's evidence there. Not everybody over Ghana or qualified to be Dama card the win be. So far, Wakasapo was worth 3.5 million beer. They can't even issue them card because what they count. What they want to issue card and what they want count.
Yeah.
They can't pay them. More so, how do you know that 3.5 Numpo, some of them are not already on the voters' ID, voters' portal? Oh, you may be in a visit, Yankasa, Sabbath Friday, school. You keep asking questions. What's the motivation behind this thing? What's the motivation? As they be on fee to them, I mean, honorable titles, you quite a global king. About travel about 2-3 hours just to go and make a card, register at the district office. Wabia says your cocoa, no course, poor botono, no boyazin. I have been a scar, there's a for car. Now, about district office number is how? How? In the year, was yesterday, Jimensano. Now some can so different. And we're Ghana, you know the circumstances and the situations in this country. And you go ahead and bring something like that. Inimical to the fortunes of our next elections. Wow, how? Asempa, this is the crux of the matter. Every thinking Ghanaian, when I would say him, one can say want to know Wolfie, the one year analysis. No, the Jansa woman. Yana Kaza Yansafue or Muahi. Yansafue or Muahi. Yansafue Yaba. Yanya Yansafue, Waba. Then Yansafue, they are gradually pushing us to the abyss.
Chairman Medasi, Mate, Asum Jane Cabo, Yadiasi, in 30 seconds, which you are about.
Oh, Kakra Mekanin say Ghana will not go into the path or the route of the Nigerian style of elections, where voters will be denied the right of choice. And the Kakra Mekanin say, Speaker, I can say, the men are free, baby, or Okodobaya, person show na omunyina na ya trance.
Right.
We have only one country. We can't help to destroy this country.
That's it.
Na mesrend is for no. Omufra bontino. They should come. They should come to the IPAC. Na nyani ya trance. Na menu ya pinning gunya dishe. JDM. Manko lata. Your institutions that help you become president. I will kasa na wudi tia omu. Emwa.
Mati, medasi.
Na wa attacking this.
Honorable Daniel, you quite titles global medasi. Chairman Emeritus.
Munya, when you get the obro hot and cold. Oka sama ncheboba ma bobo na abaso. Boba na bobo oka some fine there. If it of us munya JM on cut na lata na on kasa. Ne asamo ko asa on ko alata on your part of the world. By a part of the world. It's about me, baby. That's
it. Chairman Emeritus Joseph Adeko coming down.